And Andrew, finally, a bit of deja vu for some of us older reporters. I remember with a few less grey hairs back in 1998 covering the Chris Corrigan-Patrick row with the unions, but it's Patrick again, that stevedore at the centre of this union dispute.
I was there too, mate. Port Botany. I remember it well. And at the start, they got me starting at 5 a.m. on the picket line. I love that. So this decision by the MUA to offer to Patrick a one-year rollover of their EBA negotiations to attempt to stop the dispute holding up freight at Port Botany. This follows Scott Morrison yesterday really getting stuck into the union, calling them extortionists.
I mean, we cannot have the militant end of the union movement effectively engaging in a campaign of extortion against the Australian people in the middle of a COVID-19 recession. I mean, this is just extraordinary, appalling behaviour. And they as much as admitted it on morning television this morning with what they claim are ambit claims. I mean, that is just straight out extortion.
He's not quite ready to do the full Peter Reith yet. Still awaiting an outcome on whether Patrick accepts the offer. I'll let you know later in the afternoon if and as we get word of that. But it's been suggested to me the fact talks are still going, Kieran, means there might not be a resolution on that today. So I guess the union will be hoping at the least some of the focus goes on Patrick instead of them in relation to this impasse. The government, meanwhile, has lost an IR battle on another front. ABC employees voting not to go with other Commonwealth Public Service employees and defer a 2.5% pay rise for 6 months, as they were asked to do. I don't think many people would vote for that. Anyway, the Minister assisting the PM on the public service, Ben Morton, has given us this quote. He said, "I'm very disappointed the ABC staff has decided not to act in solidarity with the Australian public service staff, let alone their colleagues in the broader media industry. Asking for the ABC staff to be consistent with other public servants, we are disappointed they've rejected that." The argument being in these times of COVID, everyone's got to make a sacrifice, and other Commonwealth public servants are. Here's Communications Minister Paul Fletcher on the same issue. He's saying, at a time when over 1 million Australians have lost their jobs due to the COVID-19 downturn, employees in the Australian public service face a pay freeze, and many other media organisations have implemented pay cuts or extensive job cuts. The government considered it appropriate that ABC employees should also have a temporary pay freeze. Indeed, we felt it would have been a fine gesture of solidarity with those across the media sector who have been doing it much tougher than the ABC. It is evident from the results of today's vote that the ABC staff did not share this view. Government not very happy with that decision by the employees at all there, Kieran. I remember an ABC journalist at one point asking Matthias Cormann if he would take a pay rise during this pay cut, should I say, during this COVID situation. He wasn't particularly happy with the question.
Andrew, thanks.